the success of a real estate agent or a team by looking at their calendar. I can literally look at their calendar and make a pretty good assessment as to, are they a proactive agent or are they a reactive agent? I want to talk about some of the things like what I'm hearing, what's working, what we got to be doing. And a lot of times it's a little bit tough love in between because that's where we are right now. So, and feel free to interject on some of the thoughts or dive into the questions if you have them. I'll try and keep an eye on the chat. Well, we're on Facebook Live. So if anybody watches the stream, if there's anything comes up in question or comments, fire away because I want this to be kind of up close and personal. All right. So the majority, a couple things from some of our core groups this past week is, Jeff, I'm still struggling to find leads and people to talk to. I'm having a hard time finding new listing inventory. And I'm working with people who are just sitting and waiting. They're not sure what to do. So they're going to stand around and wait to see what happens with the market, right? Because a lot of unknowns. Those are at least three. So let's address the first few. I usually could tell the success of a real estate agent or a team by looking at their calendar. I can literally look at their calendar and make a pretty good assessment as to, are they a proactive agent or are they a reactive agent? Are we scheduling time and really making time to find new business? We hate the word prospect, but find new business every day. And then there's those who are going to be super busy doing a lot of things, putting out marketing stuff and this stuff and that stuff and inspections, but not always finding new. They tend to be a little more reactive, waiting for stuff to happen, waiting for leads to come in. And you're going to see that break down really quickly in this market, right? A couple of years ago, Fisher jumping in the boat, still not easy. A lot of challenges with those multiple offers, 50, 80,000 over. But here, we still have to focus on two important things. No matter what market you're in, you still need inventory. So we've got to double down on finding listing inventory. And by finding it, I mean, if you're not talking to your past clients, if you're not talking to your sphere, physically having conversations with them, not just email marketing, calling them, having the conversation that says, hey, I just wanted to give you an update on the market. I know you've owned the home for 2 or 3 years, and I know you might not be ready to sell yet or anything at this point. However, if you could do me a favor, and I always like to preface with, if you could do me a favor, it's just one of my easy ways into getting almost a yes for everything. They'll be like, yeah, sure. What's up, Jeff? We are looking for people who are looking to sell homes, in the next couple of weeks, next couple of months. And I know you know a lot of people here and at work or anywhere you go. If you could do me the favor, if you hear the word thinking about selling or thinking about real estate, would you mind making an introduction for me? I'd really appreciate that. We have to be that intentional because not every day they're thinking about me since I've sold them a home 3 years ago.
Right.
They may not even remember my damn name, but
in a lot of cases, yeah.
They don't remember.
A lot of people don't follow up with their past clients, which is just, I think, just walking over dollars to pick up dimes.
100%. And you come from the CRM world of follow-up and discipline. That's your baby, right? So knowing that it can't just be email marketing. It can't just be drip stuff because dripping, and I have a whole different rant on this, so I won't go there, but it's not as human as it should be, right?
Correct.
We need to be humans. And I tell people one of the simplest ways to stay connected in a human world, and it involves, if they are on Facebook by chance, like if they're on Facebook, the best way to pay attention to their life events is go create a Facebook list. It's the simplest free thing you could do is you go to your friends category. It says create a list. You put the people you want in that list, like all my past clients. And instead of spending 20 minutes of my life scrolling through people's drama in my news feed, the people that are important to me that are maybe going through life events, which triggers real estate transactions, I'm not seeing in my newsfeed because the algorithm doesn't give it to me.
Right.
So I just go through my list, click through my list. Next thing I know, a client who I sold a house to 3 years ago, I am seeing now, hey, their last kid is out to college. Oh, empty nesters, ding, 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 right? Like there's the life events that are triggering when they may be looking to sell or buy next. So simple things that we need to do to track and talk to people. And when you see it happen online, you pick up the phone or visit them and become human. Right? We don't do enough of that. Secondly is, where am I getting leads from? And that's a question I get asked all the time. And I have to flip the question back. Well, you could either wait for the leads to come in and buy them, Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulia, whoever you want to buy them from, or you're going to go find ways to do that. And one of the ways I always found was I injected myself, and I have a keynote talk about this. It's called 7 Streams of People. And the way I built my real business when I was practicing as an agent, not a broker owner, but as an agent, is I went and networked with different groups of people that gave me a return, meaning a referral on a monthly or every month basis. So let's just say it was like a BNI group. And I meet at 7 o'clock in the morning and we do our thing for an hour. If I was able to get a referral or something to convert every month or two, that to me was pretty beneficial. Like, oh, that's good. Secondly, where else would I get to network and build relationships with 30 or 40 other business owners in town on any given month? We could never get together. We would never have that opportunity. So if I could find a group that I call a stream of people, if we could find that, all I said is, now what if I could duplicate this somewhere else? So if I found a group of people, let's say at the elementary school in my hometown or the high school, how do I get involved there to meet the teachers, the parents, the education committee? How do I inject myself to get that group of people to get to know me, like me, and trust me, and know me as the local expert, where I'll get referrals from that group, right? All proactive approach.
Intentional.
Intentional, 100% with intent. Now, there's certain areas I wasn't going to. Like, I know people say, well, Jeff, I get a lot of activity from my church. Okay. Now, I know you go to church for a reason, like
Right.
you're there for a mental reason, a belief, but you're also still networking with people that live in own real estate. So that's still building trust in that group. The goal is duplicate the process across your community where you're getting a return in referral based. My number was, when I had seven streams of people giving me leads on a steady referral basis, my business had another problem, is now I needed help.
Want to keep getting tips? Hit the subscribe button as well. Thanks for watching, and we hope you get a lot out of this.